first play and a first pass for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Wow, just one snap good, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll go Madison up the middle. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about what.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And
now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, 78 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
On the toss, Madison. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Madison is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 15. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Connor up the middle. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Play fake. Murray. A quick throw there is incomplete. He started throwing the football. He's missed now in his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Pass caught here by Osborne. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them.
There's Allison. Touchdown, Vikings. yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better. This throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Here's Murray from midfield, rolling to his right. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Third and 5. Here's Murray, rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and
he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Murray, out to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line for a pickup of about 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown.
Too easy.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game's signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. First down, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Murray going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10 is Connor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd down and 6 now. Let's go. Murray a give. This is Connor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw is Murray. On the move to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They run behind center with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. He's on his way. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick 6. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick 6, it's demoralizing. But when you look up at the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's Cousins on the sneak. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak.
When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
That's caught inside the 20. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Cousins now. That's out to the flat for Akers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins. That is quick at the 7-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Luongo now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Forced out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. They'll find Osborne here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On second down, this is Madison. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Cam Akers, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Escapes the defender. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flushed in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Murray now on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Murray, back near his goal line. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Murray. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 5.
Hey, tempo. 2-2.
To throw, it's Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
Swim.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray goes right back to McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride from 21 yards away. And the Cardinals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 22-point game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try and run for it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets one go deep for Addison. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Murray off play action. This is taken in by McBride. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a give to Madison. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Madison. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some play